Hello. Welcome. I'm so glad that you have joined me. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how to win the stock market game. All right. So let me right off share it with you. You do not have to be okay. If you've been concerned about what all is happening in the stock market recently, and if you are nervous, and then please listen very close. Or if you are just not concerned because you work for a company and you have IRA 401k or something like that, their retirement plan, okay, then you have to be concerned, folks, even though you are not getting affected directly, but that company has invested the money, your money, in the stock market. And so when the stock market is crashing, going down left and right, and even though this is just today, it just happened to be a little bit temporary up, but no. This coronavirus is for real, folks, and this is going to be a real bad, even than the last depression that we have had, in 2007, 8, and 9. So please listen very close, okay? Now, and especially very close if you feel that if you are putting any extra above on top of whatever the company matches. See, usually the companies match about 3% of your salary, okay, and but many times we put in 5, 10%, to save extra. Anything extra above what the company matches, folks, then you have to listen very close. Okay, then I want you to be in control of your own money. All right, and here it is. Okay, I want you to be at peace because I'm going to share with you the answers to this thing. All right, here is the stock market. This is that S&P 500 fund that we hear. You might have even heard it today also. When you sat in the car, all right, whether it went up or down or whatever happened to it, and so here it is. It exactly the same fund. How we set it up makes the difference. All right. So in the black line, it is the way we suggest. And then in the red is the way traditionally everyone sets up the money in that same stock market. All right. So. Uh, 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 I'm going to be showing it to you how you do this thing. And since, like I said, if you're working for someone else, and you are contributing anything above what the company matches, then you have to please listen very close. Whatever extra you are putting in, you have to take charge of that money, and be putting it yourselves, and maybe into that same fund. All right, so I'm going to show you how to loss proof it, all right, and why should you even listen to me? Who am I, right, in the first place? Well, let me just share it with you. My name is Bir Grewall. I'm a India-born Sikh American financial strategist, advisor, and an author with a proven track record. People who had used our strategies did not lose any money during that 2007, 8, and 9 financial crash, and also in that housing crash. Also, the people who had done that home equity planning. I had discussed that one in details yesterday. Okay, who had done that home equity planning according to the way Federal Reserve Bank study says. You're right. So they did not lose, and so if you can overlook my turban and my uncut hair, which is a part of my Sikh religion. We are all, our roots are in northwestern part of India, for every Sikh. And if you can overlook my Indian accent also, then I have something very, very, very important to share with you. All right. Now, I just claimed, that I have a proven track record, that the people who used our financial as well as the house, your home equity planning strategies did not lose. That's a huge claim. All right. And so how did I get to this level? And let me, and also, as we go through, just keep this thing in mind. My planning is different than most other financial planners or advisors, because not only I incorporate the regular financial strategies, that everyone else uses, but how I'm different is that I incorporate IRS rules and the laws governing money all into one to produce this kind of results. That I have shown you, and we'll be going into every detail on that one. So how did I get to this level? I just did not wake up one day that, hey, I'm going to be someone who has a proven track record, and no. I've been in the financial services industry since the early 80s. I was very, very successful. I thought I had the world in the palm of my hands, right? That when it comes to money, nothing could ever happen to me. Then few things happened, just like right now with this coronavirus. No one ever expected this thing, right? And it has completely changed everything around. So same thing happened to me. I lost everything in 1995. I lost everything to foreclosure. Just that same kind of things that were completely out of my control. So I lost everything to foreclosure, including my custom-built hilltop home in Aliso Viejo, California. And the turning point came in September of 1995 when the marshals came, and we had to leave that house. And when we were leaving, I looked back at my wife carrying our 1-month-old son, in her arms. I could not bear that sight. At that time, I decided that I am going to find answers because I knew, being in this financial services industry, yes, there are answers because the rich and famous, have those ones, and why not us, And so I, at that time, I set out to, learn the rules of how the game of money is played, right? And my thing was that I want to have financial security and peace of mind no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the stock market, no matter what happens to the taxes. And we do not realize it, no matter what happens to our health. We do not ever, in our busy lives, we do not ever stop to think about it, that we are the money minting machine for our family. All right? We are the Federal Reserve Bank of our family. And what if this machine breaks down? Where will that money come from? All right. So all our dreams, all our savings into retirement plans or savings and stuff like that, and that working hard overtime and stuff to make life better for our families can come to a screeching halt the time we are either diagnosed with that cancer or have heart attack, stroke, cancer, or any kind of a terminal, chronic, or critical injury or sickness. So I knew that the answers are somewhere there, but then I just set out. I took so many courses, and I took every imaginable course and read any of those financial books and stuff like that. I was looking for nuggets all around, and it took me years. What I found was yes, okay, amazing that, hey, you know what, yeah, the key to having that financial security, lasting financial security and peace of mind is to you have Uncle Sam become your business partner to help you take your money to whole new levels, and then you incorporate those Tefra laws, into that one, and IRAs says if it passes that litmus test, and then okay, you're completely stress free with that money. So this was my discovery, and I started planning. And the good news is that the proof of all of my strategies, whether they work or not, came during that financial as well as housing crash of 2007, 8, and 9. And at that time, people who had used our strategies, okay, for both financial strategies and the home equity planning strategies, did not lose anything. And matter of fact, they are way ahead of other people who might have recovered from those losses. All right. So now these I've been using these strategies, and they had been reserved for our high-end, high-paying clients only. But now, okay, looking what all is happening, okay, I could not sit back, and so that is the reason I am okay, sharing these things. These strategies and these products and stuff that I took me years, and that I had used only with this one. I said no, 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 no. Yes, okay. That I do not want anyone to be okay, scared of the stock market, or or hey, what will happen? Not be scared of your future. So what I'm going to go through is going to see, with humbleness, if I may say so, that you will have financial security if you set up everything, okay, that I'm going to show you, right? That way you will have financial security and peace of mind, no matter what happens to the economy. Right now, it's not me saying it. The pundits are predicting that there is economy, not because the economy was very good. It had been stable and going very good. All right, but then this coronavirus came from nowhere, and it has devastated everything. So no matter what happens to the economy, you will not be affected. No matter what happens to the stock market, I already shown you those things, the results right here, that you get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk, right? And I'm going to go into each and every details exactly as to how it is, all right? And then no matter what happens to the taxes, one party openly says, in our great country, one party says that, hey, we'll increase taxes. The other one says, we'll decrease taxes. I don't want you to be knowing what I know. I don't want you to be okay, scared, hey, what's going to happen. And, so I'm going to show you how you make Uncle Sam your business partner, so that way they say, hey, your money will be okay, not affected. It will be tax-free all the way, all right? And then no matter what happens to your health, and there's no guarantee of life either. Yes, okay, we can be gone today, all right? However, this is the closest you'll get to that no matter what happens to your health, the money that you think will be there in the future, okay, this is the closest you will come to a guarantee. Then that becomes self-completing, okay, at that time. So, and then you only get upside of the stock market without the downside risk, and have your money grow, compound, and pay out tax free, and I'm going to be even showing you how to find extra money that is just sitting out there and doing nothing, and put it to work for to your advantage, so that way you and your family can have you can find not only financial security but take your money to whole new levels. Yes, you're right. So please stick with me till the end, and in the end I'm going to show it to you, which IRS rules and the laws. Yes, okay, you will be empowered with the same knowledge that I have. Yes, okay, that I share only with those high-end paying customers. But now today you will be empowered with all of that. Strategies, and and then I'm going to also share with you how to have the biggest financial security that set up all of this thing on autopilot, and that way you're not concerned. What if the stock market crashed? And then then you get so scared, right? Get that money out and stuff like that. You are sitting on it, and then you get you never know when the market goes up, and you might miss out on those upside. No. I'm going to show you how you put that autopilot to this thing too, and so you are just sitting pretty and not worried at all, just like our customers did during the 2007, 8, and 9. They were not concerned at all. All right. So let me just get into this thing right now. Okay, but this thing all sounds pretty good, right? That hey, everyone wants to have that. Okay, only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk, or okay. Now another big thing is happening. So far on, we only noticed the stock market crash. If you are a homeowner, please listen very close. You are sitting on a time bomb. This will just be a bad dream. See, if you are a homeowner and have built up any equity in that home. All right. Let me give you an example of this thing. Why you need to listen very close. You're right. And that if you have a $500,000 home, it goes down. Stock market has already gone down so much. Okay, just today it went up a little bit. These are ups and downs. You're right. So it has gone down on the average 20% in the last couple of weeks. You're right. Now, on the same thing on the housing, no one is mentioning this thing because of all this fear that housing had been at the peak also. Right, and this is the next crash coming. Very, very fast it's going to start coming, because people will now get panicked, and when the panic starts, okay, prices have to come down. Okay, for the people who need the money during this time, they will sell it at a much cheaper price, and the domino effect starts happening. Now, if you have a $500,000 home, right? If it goes down only 10%, just a modest 10%, you will guaranteed lose $50,000 instantly. Now, we never stop to think about it this way, right? And if you have not done that planning, home equity planning, you're okay with that. The way Federal Reserve Bank study shows, I'm going to show you all of this stuff, just do not take my word for it. I'm going to prove everything. All right. So just imagine how long would it take, or how long has it taken you to save $50,000, all right, that you would lose in a jiffy. So please listen very, very close. So to accomplish all of this thing, it sounds very good. Yeah, right. So we have to understand how the money works. Okay. And I'm going to show you today, how to make the money work for you instead of you alone working for the money. And I call this analogy as a 2, 3, 4 horses working are much better than only you working alone for the money, or trying to put extra time into your job, or working 60, 70, 80 hours a week in your business. No. Yes, okay. you need to optimize your current assets. I'm going to show you. And by the end of this thing, you are going to be empowered with all of that knowledge yourselves. So it's just not for the other people. You are going to be empowered with that thing. And these are the same strategies that the rich and famous have figured it out. And they are no different than you or I. And so today you're going to be, and I want to thank you for joining me in my mission here. This is my way of giving back to the community and the country that I love. Our great country has given me so much opportunity, just like with everyone else also. And so now I'm giving back to the community, and hope you can benefit from this thing. All right. So to understand this thing, we must understand how money works first. All right. This is a $1 million dash here, right? Okay. And if you are saying, well, to start off, okay, I'm in no way, I'm just starting out in life, or okay, you are just on that way, you just think, hey, that millionaire is for the other people. Please unblock the crutches you have put in your own thinking. Unblock it, and pretty soon, in the next few minutes, you will yourselves know, and you are going to be on the path to be a millionaire, and you will be a millionaire, and I'm going to prove it to you in the next slide. All right. So please listen close. But we have to understand how the money works. So this is a $1 million dash to financial independence. All right. So, and it is the exact same dollar. See, it's got 100 cents in it. See, it is the same dollar. Some people are crawling with that money. Some people are walking with that money. And some people are jogging with that money. Here it is, IRAs and 401ks, okay? And it's a step in the right direction, but knowing what I know, okay, there is a turbo booster that you can put to it, okay? So you can get to that $1 million mark very, very fast. So now let me show you how ordinary people can become millionaire. And please, if I when I'm talking, okay, if you do not like some kind of a word or it might offend you, please pardon me for that, because I need to bring home these things, right, that how important it is, and these strategies are different than many of us may not even have heard them ever before, okay? But this thing works, folks. This is what the rich and famous have figured it out, and this is how the clients who used our strategies did not lose money during the 2007, 8, and 9. Matter of fact, they are way ahead of other people who might have recovered from those losses. All right? So I want you to never be a part of that up and down. Oh, yes, I want you to be part of that up only, not the down. All right? So let's just take one step at a time. So please, be in tune. This is $1 doubling every period for 20 periods. Remember, like 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, and so on. This column is taxed as earned. This is the way it should be, and I'll never be a party to lying or cheating on your taxes. However, knowledge is power, and that's what I'm sharing with you. Right? So, when we go make money, then we have to pay taxes at the end of the year, right? Then that money doubles again. You pay taxes, it doubles again. Right? So this is taxed as earned environment. All right, and this is the tax-free environment. All right, so this is, like I said, $1 doubling every period for 20 periods. It don't have to be 20 years. It can be 20 days. 20 weeks, 20 months. Doesn't matter. But get the analogy of this thing, how this thing works. All right. So now this thing, after you pay taxes, it doubles again, then you pay taxes, and at the end of those 20 periods, it will be only about $28,000. All right. Now, if it is in a tax-free environment, and in the end, I'm going to show you how Uncle Sam says, yes, okay, you can come out of this position into this position. And if it is in a tax-free environment, that same $1 is over $1 million. Folks, with humbleness, this is how you become a millionaire. All right, and okay, without lying or cheating on taxes, Uncle Sam says, and I'm going to in the end show you what those IRS rules and regulations are, and those DEFRA TAMRA laws, and so IRS says, the same IRS, okay, whom everyone hates. It says if you set up that money, okay, in a certain way, then you don't have to worry about them. And matter of fact, okay, this is how you make Uncle Sam your business partner to take your money to whole new level. All right. So folks, start thinking today that you are a millionaire already. And whatever happened in the past, that happened, okay, because many of us, we didn't know what we didn't know. If I had known what I know today, I would never have lost that custom-made home in Aliso Viejo, California, but that's how you learn. Otherwise, maybe you would have never even listened to me, and you just might have looked at me, hey, this weird-looking guy, with his accent, I don't know, I don't even want to listen to him, you're right. So this could be a life changer, folks. All right, now here is $100,000, compounding at 8% for 30 years, and at the end of 30 years in tax earned, the way it should be, it will be about $500,000, and if it is in tax free, it will be over $1 million, and so now let me show you another way. So this way we can hit home, because it is that exact same dollar. There are 4 phases of savings and retirement. The first one is the contribution phase, when we are young and saving money for the future. The second one is that accumulation, that's the middle ages, when the money is accumulating. And then the third one is distribution, when retirement, when we retire to get that income out. And then the fourth phase is when we check out to be with the Lord, all right. So same dollar, some people are crawling. Yes, these people have earned my respect because they are doing the right thing. Okay, they are paying the taxes, the way it should be, but they don't know any better than that, so that's why they are struggling here. But the best thing would be to be coming to this one, to put that turbo booster by making Uncle Sam your business partner. All right, here is those IRAs and 401ks, okay, they are a step in the right direction. You get it's tax deferred, not tax free. The turbo booster is if it's all the way tax free. So during contribution and accumulation phase, it grows tax deferred, but you are taxed when you need the money the most. You are taxed when you take the money out, and then you are taxed again. Your beneficiaries, they think, hey, we are going to get so much money, but Uncle Sam comes in, and then the beneficiaries see, wow, they only got about 27 to 28 cents on the dollar. No. And so the turbo booster, and it's exactly the same money as if it is tax free all the way. And I'm going to show it to you what Uncle Sam says, to how you make him your business partner. And this is the way, folks, you put that turbo booster to your money. All right. So now one more thing while we are on the subject. In the beginning, I had mentioned, IRAs and 401ks. By the way, anything that I'm showing you, yes, okay, I'm not knocking out anything, right? So IRAs and 401ks are way better than even not having anything at all, yes, okay, or risking your money and stuff like that, yes, okay, no. But I'm here to enlighten you, empower you with all of this notion, you see, all right? Now, here is something very important, folks. Yes, okay. Let's just take a look at this thing. Remember, you see, some of you might have heard, yes, okay, this term before. There was a very, yes, okay, successful talk show host. You should say, hey, how come no one ever told me the rest of the story, right? Well, see, this is about IRAs and 401ks, right? Now, just imagine way back when you started it, you're right, and if someone told you the story this way, right, the way I'm going to show it to you right now, then would you have participated into it or not? Or this is the way we are told right now. They say, well, get into IRAs and 401ks. You're right. You will be getting a tax deduction and stuff. All right, so let's take a look at it. All right. By the way, yes, this is much better than having nothing at all, and but knowing what I know, again, like I said, see what I discovered after I lost everything back in 1995. Okay, knowing what I know now, I do not own an IRA, and I never will own an IRA or a 401k. Okay, or the traditional savings or retirement programs, and here's how. See, we are told that hey, when you contribute to the IRAs, let's just say you're contributing $6,000 into the IRA, and then this is, I'm taking the example of someone age 30. All right, they started into the IRAs at age 30. All right, your age might be different, does not matter, but I want you to get the analogy. All right, so you are putting in the maximum $6,000 at that time. Yes, you're right. And in 35 years, that's when you retire at age 65. In 35 years, you made a total contribution of $210,000 to your IRA. All right, and then if you are in a 33% tax bracket, if your income is above $80,000, then you are technically in that one. You may or may not pay that much in taxes, but technically you are there. All right. So the tax saving, this is what they sold you on when they said get into IRAs and 401ks. The tax saving at 33% was $2,000. So in 35 years, you saved $70,000 in taxes, right? Okay. And your net outlay was only $4,000 because that other you save $2,000 on the taxes. All right. So this is the traditional IRA or a 401k. Now let's look at this thing. Was it a good thing, or could there be better than this thing? All right. So that $6,000 that you've been saving, if it had average earned 7.5%, it will be $1 million, by your age 65. All right. Now, at that time, yes, at age 65, you say, hey, I want to start getting the money out. And you said, well, I need $50,000 net income to live on, right? So you have to pull out or look at it this way. You started taking out 7.5%. You get that $75,000 a year. And in 33% tax bracket, because you have to pay tax on that $75,000, right? You netted $50,000. So your annual tax was $25,000. All right. Now, here, when you were told to start that IRA 401k, they said, hey, you'll have the tax savings of $2,000. See, that is a total of $70,000 you saved in 35 years. Folks, listen very close. You saved $70,000 in 35 years. Now, here you are paying $25,000 in annual tax, right? Every year. How long do you think it will take when this thing, okay, you would have, you saved 70,000 just in 3 years, folks. That all that 35 years worth of savings is gone in, okay, is taken out in taxes here. So you would, in 3 years, you would have paid out more in taxes than what you saved in 35 years. And now after that, you will be paying this much money for the rest of your life. And now if you live to be age 85, those are the government figures, that if you are alive at age 65, then chances of you living for another 20 years, okay, are good. Let's just say up to age 65, okay, 85, that's 20 years, you would have paid $500,000 in taxes in the retirement years versus $70,000 that you saved in 35 years. And this is just in 20 years, you would have paid out $500,000 and, okay, to save $70,000. Now, if someone had told you that, hey, I'm coming to you with an investment, and this investment into IRA and 401ks, and told you the real story that, hey, in 35 years, you will save the deductions that you get on that, you'll save $70,000. But when you need the money the most, okay, that's when okay, you'll end up paying $500,000. Would you ever have considered that thing? Well, that's what those IRAs and 401ks, folks. Now let me share it with you. Don't worry. I'm giving you the solutions, to this one to empower you with this thing. All right. Now, and then I'm going to show you how to free up and where to free up some money also, okay, to put into your own other investments and stuff. So now, but before that, let me just get into this thing, how to get the upside of the stock market. Remember that today's topic is how to win the stock market game, right? And so this example I showed you in the very beginning. Now let's get into the details. The strategies that we use, this is that S&P 500. Again, like I said, I have to put a disclaimer, because since I do not know your particular situation, right, then I can only talk in general. So please, that's why I'm saying that this is for you to be used as an example only as to what all is possible. And but in this thing, in this example, here's how it works. Okay. This is back in 1999. You have $500,000 you put into that same S&P 500 that we hear about, right? And so this strategy is called, we call it our missed fortune strategy, because people miss out fortunes because they don't know what they don't know. All right. So this strategy is called upside only of the stock market. Then you lock it in. When it goes up, only then you participate into it up to a cap, and then your money gets locked in. So your principal is safe, and you have kept that locked in those gains also. All right. And then reset it. That becomes a new reset point, and then you restart it without the downside risk. And let's just look at it here. See here, the market went up the very first year. Yes, you both went up, and okay, up to that cap, and this was a limit within that cap. So you both went up exactly the same. Then okay, at that time, at that end of that year, in this particular strategy, this becomes a new starting point, and you had your principal is safe, as well as you kept the profits also. this becomes a new starting point now. And then the next 2 years, the market kept on going down. Your money freezes right there. You don't make anything. Yes, you're right. But then the market starts to go back up. You start to go back up with it up to that cap. And these results are with that caps included in it. Yes, all right. Here is 2007, 8, and 9 when the stock market crashed, right? And here your money was frozen at that time. And then this is after that, you see, so at this time when we just took this, made this graph, you see, it was about $418,000, and here with our strategy it was $107,000. All right. Now, if the market goes up 10%, how much do you think they will go up? About $42,000 so far with me. And if it goes up 10% here, it will go up $107,000. Folks, this is how the rich and famous have figured out these things. There is no big math in this one. So what we have shown with this strategy is within that exact same fund that how you get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk, right? And then if you can have that money grow, compound, and pay out and transfer it, that's all tax-free, then you have just put in that turbo booster to even this much money, right? So, do you think this could be good for you, and you still play that stock market, and this is how you win, folks, in there. This is how you win. All right. That's why I do not own an IRA or a 401k, and knowing what I know, you can have this thing, you're all tax free. That's how you win, and it's exactly the same money. All right. I want you to get out of this up and down cycle. You win some, lose some. And that one, Wall Street wins out. But my wish for you is for you to win out. There. All right. Now let me just put some numbers to this one so it will all fall in place. And after that, I'm going to show you what Federal Reserve Bank study said. About your home equity. So please, that's the next thing coming up. So now, remember I just showed you this graph right here. That how you get the. Now let's just put some numbers, the real numbers. Right. This is that. Starting in 1997. The first very column here is that same stock market fund, S&P 500. All right. And this next one, column number 3, is the way with those caps and stuff. Right. And now let's just look at the results. And then we have it, different funds and different strategies you can put it in. But let's just take this one, the very first one, to keep things simple. All right. So in 1997, stock market went up 31.1%. And at that time, with this strategy, the cap was 12.5%, right? So you just made 12.5%. Next year, it went up 26% and some change. You made 12.5%. Then the third year, it went up 19.53, 12.5%. Now, don't get greedy. We'll look at that long-term results right here. All right. Now in 2000, the market started going down 10.14%. See, your money froze. And by that time, you have kept all your profits also, folks. Otherwise, you lose your profits also. You can lose your principal too. If you play the market the traditional way, the way they want us to play. All right. So now, then 2001, 13.4%, your account was frozen. You didn't make any money, but you kept that principal and the profits up till that time. Then 2002, market goes down 23%. You did not lose a penny. All right. Then the next year in 2003, it goes up 26%, and you kept 12.5% out of it, right? And then the next year it was 8.99%. And since this is less than 12.5%, you kept that 8.99%. Now, let's just look at it here at the end of 20 years. How did we do? All right. And in the stock market directly, with all those ups and downs, the gains of 30%, losses of 30%, and all that kind of up and down yo-yo, where you could even lose your shirt, right? It averaged out at 5.7%. And here with our strategies of upside only, lock in, you can then restart, all right? And without the downside losses, the protection from that, with this strategy, it averaged 7.3%. Folks, that's how, without risk, okay, I mean, this is the closest, okay, to having guarantees in there, right, that's the closest you can have. And so, that's how you win in this game. And then when you make this thing as into a completely a tax-free vehicle, right, then this is just like getting okay, about 12-13% return in the long run, and in almost a guaranteed environment. All right, so just wanted to put these numbers here for you, so that way you can just see it for yourselves. All right. Now, let me just share with you a very, very important thing. If you are a homeowner, then please listen very, very close. This is very, very serious. I've given this example before, but now let me just share it with you. What we had been doing for a long, long time, okay, in 2006, Federal Reserve Bank study came out. Here's the study. And in a gist, this is what they said. If you have any equity, it should be separated and put to work to boost your savings and retirement and to reduce your risk. So they are saying if you got any equity in your home, it should be taken out and put it into a side fund, okay, and to reduce your risk and to boost your savings and retirement. Homes are houses are meant to be lived in, not to store cash. Number one. Number two is we have another myth, that people think that, hey, you know what, the house prices are going up. I'm building, my house has doubled in value, tripled in value since we got it, right? And you are all excited. Folks, it will double or triple, whatever it is, whether you have taken all that equity out of it or you left it in there. All right. And if you left it in there, that's what they mean, okay, to reduce your risk, right? You have the risk and the market goes down 10%. Like no. Last time it went down as low as 60%. All right. But let me give you an example of just if it goes down 10%. All right, but you have to move fast on this thing because this housing crash is coming up. We already seen the stock market crash already started, and this housing is coming up after that. You're right. And once that crash starts to happen, you will not be able to take that equity out at all, and then your options close in a jiffy. So you have to act fast to get that equity out, right? Let me give you that example. If you have a $500,000 home, in California, it's very difficult to find even a condo for $500,000, but again, and it goes down 10%, just a modest 10% only, all right? And you will guaranteed lose $50,000 instantly, folks. And last time it went down almost 60%. All right. Now we do not think about it. how long would it take for you to save that $50,000 that you would lose in a jiffy? All right. So we showed you that okay, how to play the stock market and get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk. And then I had shown you how to make this money grow, compound, and pay out tax free. So it puts a turbo booster to your money. And now here is that, remember, this is a lazy idle equity doing nothing in your home, right? And you have all the risk. It's not me saying it. Federal Reserve Bank study said that, okay, that you got to take this thing out. It should be in a separate fund, and they are suggesting that you put it into IRAs and 401ks, right? They say take the money out, put it into IRAs and 401ks. But I assured you that knowing what I know, we have much better options, okay, for that one. But no matter what you do, please do yourselves and your family a favor. Otherwise, this will just be a bad dream. You have to move very fast. And the time that panic starts, all your options are gone. Then no one wants to lend you money, to get that equity out. So you have to move fast. And I put in all these resources either below or at the top, okay, depending which media you're watching me on, right? So I've given you the resources. We have designed these programs to show you step by step, and number one. Number two is, if you need immediate attention, you are not alone. I put my email address in there too, okay? Feel free to send me an email, but please do give me the full details as to what you want to accomplish or what your question is, right? Completely you describe it, and then if you want to get a reply from me back, then please put in your phone number in there. All right, I'm terrible at typing. It takes me a long time, and I'm just so very busy these days, but it's very easy for me to pick up the phone and give you a call. And then if you give me your cell phone number, and then I'll even send you the links to where you can get answers, so shoot me an email, and I'm here for you. Now I have promised you I'm going to show you how you make Uncle Sam your business partner, or how Uncle Sam says you set up the money according to those TEFRA laws, right? And then here, so it says, so where are the answers? IRS tax codes, okay? And right here, you set up the money according to these IRS codes, and it passes that litmus test of TEFRA laws, along with it. Folks, this is how you make Uncle Sam your business partner, and this is how you have your money grow, compound, and pay out all tax-free. Not just tax deferred like those IRAs and 401ks, but completely tax-free. And I showed it to you, okay, how just that it will get you into if the money is all set up this way in the tax-free environment, that it puts a turbo booster to your money. And then I showed it to you that hey, you get how you loss proof your money and get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk, so you can get these kinds of results. And then on top of that one, you make this money grow, compound, pay out tax free, okay? That's how money is made. And also now, in conclusion, let me just share it with you. Remember, I had mentioned earlier that I'm going to show you that after losing everything in 1995, that I set out to find answers, and what I discovered was huge. And there is one program that does everything that I had been telling you about, and then sets your money on autopilot. And this program, remember I mentioned I wanted to find answers for having financial security and peace of mind no matter what happens to the economy. no matter what happens to the stock market, no matter what happens to the taxes, and no matter what happens to the to your health, and also that you should get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk and tax free your money. And then if you can set this thing up all on autopilot, so that way it does not matter how many coronaviruses come, your money is always on autopilot. Okay, does not matter. So you are not worried about these ups and downs of the stock market and stuff when it's on autopilot. Of what I know, right? This is what I know of. Okay, there are many different ways to okay, skin the cat. You can skin it any which way, whichever way you feel right. But what I know is that there's only one program that does it all, everything, and it becomes self-completing in case you have any health problems also. That's huge security. A diagnosis of health problems, like heart attack, stroke, cancer, and stuff like that. At that time, you are running to the doctors and hospitals to get yourselves fixed, right? And income stops at that time, bills don't stop, and financial disaster starts for most of the people. This one program does everything that I just talked about and puts it on autopilot, and that's what we call is that MFTAI program, that is maximum funded tax advantage contracts, and here's the details, MFTAI program offers several unique benefits that most other savings or investment vehicles do not offer. All right, and the main big one is, it's a huge set here. Main big one is that unlike IRAs and 401ks, that with this one there is no caps or limits as to how much money you can put into it. See, with IRAs and 401ks, you can only put in so very much, or private pension plans, right? No. With this one, whether it's 5,000, okay, 5 million or 50 million or 100 million, it does not matter. You're right. I call it the analogy of a bucket, right? And IRS says, you tell us how much money you want to put into it. We'll show you what size of bucket you should get. It's just like, okay, for our house, we go to Lowe's or Home Depot, we look for a bucket. There are small, medium, large size buckets and stuff, depending on our need. So the IRS says, if you want to get everything, your money grow, compound, payout, and all tax-free and stuff like that, then you have to comply with those IRS rules that I just mentioned and those TEFRA laws, right? So they tell you how big of the bucket it should be. So you can dump in as much money as you want into it, right? And plus, see, with those IRAs and 401ks and other programs, there is age limitations, when you can take your money out. See, with IRAs and 401ks, it is age 59 and a half. You cannot touch your money till then, otherwise you're penalized. Or if you are pretty successful, you don't need the money during retirement, and if you do not take those RMDs, they call it, required minimum distributions, by your age 70 and a half, then you are taxed hugely again. You're right. No, I don't want you to be through any kind of restrictions. With this one, you can get to it at any time. You're right. So that's the main one, and then this is the program, that I call MFTAI program, that does everything that I talked about. Okay, that okay, your money is safe and safely growing, consistently growing, no matter what happens to the economy, the stock market, taxes, your health, and then you get only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk, and then the money grows, compounds, and pays out tax-free, and then it is all set up on autopilot. So this way, you can go enjoy your life and go spend time with your family, go enjoy your children and grandchildren, do all the things you always wanted to do, like travel or philanthropic work, okay, or volunteer at your church and temple, you're right, and then live the lifestyles of the rich and famous, you're right. Folks, this is not for those people anymore. I think I've proven it to you that you and I can be the same people, okay, sitting by the beach or by the pool, sipping in a resort, by the pool, sipping on those margaritas or pina coladas and stuff, So this is my wish for you, and I want you to know that. But you have to take action. You have to move fast because the stock market has already gone down quite a bit. You're right. What are you waiting for? Number two, the next thing coming up is this housing crash, folks. You need to get to it before that option closes. That what Federal Reserve Bank said. Take your money out and put it to work. So this is my wish for you. I hope, yes, okay, I have been able to give you some insights, and like I said, I've given you the resources either at the bottom or at the top, depending which media you're watching me on, yes, okay. Go check out those resources, they will be life changers for you, but please do take action and take it fast. All right. And I have my email address in there. And if there's anything that I can do for you, please feel free to shoot me an email with full details. And if you want reply back from me, then please include your phone number. And if it is a cell phone number, then I can point you with some links and stuff like that too. And then if you feel that I make some sense, then please share this thing and forward it to your friends, family, post it on your social media, let other people benefit too, you're right. That will be a thank you to me, in case you feel like saying that, that's how you could thank me in return. All right? With that, blessings, all the very best to you and your families. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.